Hello and welcome to Notion for Sketchnoters. My name is Doug Neal, and my goal with this project is to create a Notion setup that works specifically for sketchnoters, people who take visual notes. If you're not familiar with what that is, then check out my other YouTube channel, Verbal to Visual. While there are a lot of great apps out there for creating sketch notes, there's not yet the perfect tool for storing them in a way that helps you to use them over time. That's my goal with kind of creating a custom Notion setup that works specifically well for people that are sketchnoting because it's a super powerful knowledge management tool and very customizable. And with this new channel, I will be documenting my progress as I try to create a really helpful Notion setup that you might be interested in using as well. Rather than continuing to talk about my plans, I'm going to jump right into my goal for today, which is to create my first public page on Notion. I've been experimenting with Notion myself for the past year or so, but only in a private way. But what's cool about Notion is that it can also be a way to publicize your research, publish your sketch notes. So let's see what that might look like. So here's the current state of my Notion homepage here. This dashboard is heavily influenced by August Bradley. He's got a great YouTube channel about Notion, especially if you're interested in creating a life operating system. Here, I'm less interested in that angle on Notion and more in the specific way in which it can be a storage place and creative tool for working with visual notes and doing useful things with those notes after you've created them. So I've started storing some of my sketch notes here. Right now, this is all very database driven, but just to give you an example, here are, let's check out these Jim Collins and Tim Ferriss sketch notes. Looks like I took these back in February of 2019. Here is what those sketch notes look like. I already did some writing about these ideas over on Verbal to Visual's website. So in some cases, the Notion setup that I want to create here will be about bringing in sketch notes that I've already created, but also adding new ones here and doing the type of tagging, specifically this conceptual tagging, that I think will be really helpful in the long run. But I'm not actually ready to do anything with that just yet. Really, the only thing I want to do today is get a new public page set up for this project. In this one, I don't want it to be a database. I just want it to be an empty page to work with. Let's go ahead and give it a cover image. I did just create a quick little logo and title sketch for this project here. How about that? Maybe I'll use the narrow one. Might have to resize some of these. That might work. We'll see how this looks on a public-facing website. So if I decide that I want to share this, I want it to be public to the web. Don't want to duplicate it as a template because I think, so like essentially what I want to create here is a software program, which really is kind of just starting out as a template. I want to make a Notion template that's super helpful for sketchnoters. And I think I'd like for Patreon to be the place where that is supported and the place where I share that. More on that at the end of this video. So for the public-facing one, I don't want any of this. I do want to allow for search engine. Can I adjust the site URL? Set a domain for your public links and settings. Oh, here we go. Notion.so/ sketchnoting or sketchnotes? Oh, darn. Sketchnotes probably isn't either. Well, what if we just do that? Change. Here we go. That's a much better URL. dougneal.notion.site, Notion for sketchnoters. That's cool. Let's look at it. Haha, okay. We have a public-facing website. Do I even want that header image there? So for now, what I think I want to do is kind of like just define the mission behind this project. So I might try to write a couple sentences here about it. Going back over to the editing page, let's make this full screen. I think I do want a full width page. So while I have experimented a lot with kind of the database features and building things internally for me, I have not yet experimented with public-facing pages using Notion. So this is a nice first experiment. So let's try to describe what this project is all about. I want to build a tool that allows sketchnoters those visual thinkers to both share and create new things. Share their sketch notes and create new things with them. Nope. I'm building a tool to help sketchnoters store and share their work in a way that supports the personal and professional goals. The end of the sketchnote is just the start of its impact. More coming soon. Doug. Neil? How about just Doug? Let's add some context. Notion for sketchnoters. What do you do with the sketchnote once you've completed it? Does it live in a notebook never to be seen again, or is it stored and shared in a way that gives it new life? What you capture now has the potential to provide amazing impact in the future, but only if you've built a system for it to resurface. I'm building a tool to help sketchnoters store and share their work in a way that supports their personal and professional goals. The end of the sketchnote is just the start of its impact. More coming soon. A lot of words for a project about sketchnoting, but you got to start somewhere. And this is that start. I've now got a public-facing website where I will be documenting the creation of a Notion template that I will continue using, that I will make available to you if you join us on Patreon. This will be a community-supported project. Folks who join us on Patreon will be able to ask questions. They'll get access to any and all templates that I create. And you also will be able to request specific features. I'm thinking of this as a software tool that I want to build specifically for the sketchnoting community and for that specific purpose of giving your sketchnotes life beyond their creation point. I think it's easy to stop at that stage when you finish a sketch note and say, okay, that looks good or that looks bad, and then it doesn't go anywhere from there. Because as I like to say over at Verbal to Visual, it's not about what your sketch notes look like. It's about the impact that they have on your life. And the tool that I'm building here is going to be designed to maximize that impact. Maybe that's what I need to write on this webpage. Thanks for watching. A lot more coming soon. To support this project, check out the link to Patreon down below, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Till next time.